Welcome to Dhamma on the Sidewalk, insights, interviews, and practical tips on the teachings of the Buddha for people of all walks of life, attuning, exploring, integrating the teachings in everyday life. Simple Dhamma for daily life. I'm Asoka, hosting Dhamma Capsule for people like you. This conversation with Gennarino Deo brings about spirituality as a healing power. And through his books, handwritten books, and through his music and his philosophy of life, Gennarino Deo brings and reveals various layers of expressing spirituality in the simplicity of life. It's very humbling conversations we have with Gennarino. And let's listen to him. Gennarino Deo, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Asoka.
We are sitting in Varkala, which is in southern Kerala. Who is Deo?
He's just a human being. I am born in Italy. I am from Italy.
You're from Italy?
Yes, and I like to say too, I am part of Dream Warriors clan.
Dream Warriors.
Dream Warriors. I met this name when I start to walk in Chankuluta. Chankuluta is the red way from Lakota, Red Indian. The French colony called Sioux, but the original name is Lakota. So in Italy, I met from one dreams in the night. Then after I met part of the group, and then after I walk 12 years in this group, they make a ceremony same. They pray same, like a Lakota language, like a Lakota tribe.
And you learned their practice?
Yes.
Their music, their language?
Yeah, I can singing the prayer in the Lakota language. It's like a mantra, like an Indian mantra.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same. So we know in India the mantra repeat, and also Lakota repeat the song, the prayer, 4 times or 7 times. This is the rule.
If I hear you well, in your life you have at some point met Lakota Indians group in Italy, but you already had been traveling a lot, the spiritual journey, coming often to India before that.
Yes.
So these two streams, they came together.
Yeah, almost
together. And you learned some music from the Lakota as well. Would you like to play something?
Okay, I can play. We can. One song means they are song for everything, for every action we do in the ceremony. And this song is for say thank you for the great spirit. Shalaya, Ila Maya Yellow, Ila Maya Yellow, Lena Maya Cuelo, Pila Maya Yellow Tokanshalaya Pila Maya Yellow Pila Maya Yellow Mitakuyeyo Lena Maya Kuelo Aho Mitakuyasin. So
Nice.
Mitakuyasin means we are all related.
We are all connected.
We are all connected. All is one. We are part of the same family.
It also comes close to some of the Indian
Oh yes,
way of
yes.
thinking.
After I discovered, after travel long many time in India, almost 25 journey, and I met Swami and Sadhu in Kumbh Mela in the ashram on the Ganga River. And slowly, step by step, walk in India, walk into the ceremony. I see there are many questions connected, different way, but same things. So many similar things. And then after Mitakuye in all this one, I discover yes, it's true. It's true.
There are some other words that one of them is Echetu Velo, which means it's like this.
What you say in English is sia quel che sia.
Sia quel che sia. Things are the way they are.
Like inshallah.
Yes. And then there is this nice word.
That's so nice word.
Wopila.
Wopila, thank you.
Wopila, thank you.
Wopila, so, we asking to the people, but when we wanna say more, talking to the great spirit, talking to the major nature, we say Pilamaya. Pilamaya is more respect. Yeah, Wopila we use when we ask to the other
close related people.
Yes. When we ask to the great spirit, when we ask to the mother, Unchi Inamaka, we say Pilamaya.
Now, as you know, I like to call you Deo.
Yes, okay.
Which is your
Mr. Deo.
Yes, Mr. Deo, which is actually your last name. So somehow I call you by your last name. Thank you for allowing me to do that. I think it's quite not random. You probably have that last name, which is obviously can be interpreted as being highly spiritual as well, somehow. I want you to introduce to us your books, because you're quite prolific in writing.
Handwriting.
And then, exactly, I was going to get there. So you've written 9 books?
10.
10 books, and they all are printed, but they all are handwritten.
Yes, all right. And now, different color.
I open the floor to you, and I would like you to just speak about these books, because they all have something. Some of them are written in green, some of them are written in black, some of them are about
red, blue, green, brown, like a rainbow book.
So it's a meditative journey of writing these books. I would like you now to speak about the philosophy and how this comes across for you in terms of expressing this spirituality in your life, because it's quite a powerful journey you had there.
I didn't think to write a book in my life. This was my job, to printer. I print a lot of books for 8 years. Was my older job in Italy. Then I got a very bad virus in my life almost 25 years ago. I was very sick, very close to die, to lose my body. And then after that, my mother suicide on the railway station. So many combination together, my sick time, my mother left, passed away, and missing some relationships about girlfriend or best friend. So all together, when I uh, start to thinking I have to do something, otherwise I think to die soon. So I move also my job, my regular job, and I started to travel in India in the beginning for a short time, like a 1 month, and finally for 6 months. So my first journey 6 months in India, without the side in Italy when I was in Karnataka in Gokarna. One day like this, I start to write about my life, and I introduce my journey. Yes, living without socks.
So
From
Living Without Socks is the first
the first one,
book
yes,
published in Italian,
yes,
Vivere Senza Calzini.
yes, all right.
Which year was this?
2011 I started to write this one, and 2012 I publish it in Italy, and then
And it's written in green.
green and brown. This one, two
Green
color.
and brown.
Yeah,
Oh yes,
the
green and
color
brown.
of the planet Earth. So I didn't decide actually. Sorry, I decided to move from Italy. Only the ticket only one way, and I don't know when I come back. Then when I'm starting to writing in Gokarna, I start to thinking, okay, when I finish book, I go back home, and I use 9 months. It's a 9 month is like a time for the women pregnant for created life, and then like this when I finish it, the first one I ask him, this is my son, my first son. So like 9 months, no. And then now when I have finished it to write, I discover myself very better than before. I discover right, get out everything, our pain, our joy is coming like a best therapy for myself. And also my blood exam getting better, slowly after that.
So it's healing.
Yeah. So I start to back good health. And then after that, also the second year without the side, every year since 2011 to 2022, every year when I move in India, is burning another book. Every year burning another book without the side.
So every year a book. We now have 10 books.
Yes.
Basically 1 year, yeah, one book per year.
Yeah, one book.
They are published in it. You printed them in Italy.
5 book I print in Italy, and 5 book, the second 5 I print in India.
Right. For those who don't know these books, what
Maybe me too, I don't know.
what are they about?
So
They have there is a strong spiritual thread there of discovery and exploring what you call, yes, being connected, as well as there's a thread of healing, and there's a thread of simple spirituality that everyone can put in their life by understanding certain very small things, like letting go of these attachments, or there's something there in those books. You might not call them spiritual, but there is spiritual thread in those books.
in the first one, I put inside many things. Part of my autobiographical, part of my mother died, part of my sick time, and also I asking when I met Swami and Sadhu in India, my time with this kind of spiritual master people, and also the shaman, talk about my meeting, and I talk about also my journey. My feet touch all the continent in this planet. So I talk about a little space, and journey in South America, in Australia, in Africa, in Asia, in Europe. I remind what my heart remind. I put a little story of my journey in the world.
This is book number 1.
Yes, this is the book number 1. Living without socks means uh, like try to be free, no? Living without socks is come si dice le catene?
Without constraints also, without chains.
Yes.
Unleashed.
Yes.
Unleashed.
Yes, yes, yes. So when we walk in India without socks, we feel to be free, no?
And there is white and black. Black and white.
Black
then,
and white is a number 6.
Number 6. And there is reborn. And then there is I am alive. And then there is dreaming. And then there is joy.
Liberté.
Liberté.
The bridge.
The bridge.
Reborn.
So these journeys you talk about are your journeys, but they are inspired by this, and you seem to be living by that as well. You kind of practice what you write.
Actually, I have to sit in a shanty place without noises, especially into the nature, and especially down the tree, close to the ocean. There's some animal around, without a human being sound, only nature. And when I'm sitting in that position, it's like up of me, God opened the shower of the words. I can write what they mean. Not only the words I write in my book is coming by myself. So 50% I receive it by the spirit in the sky. It's very strange and not easy to explain, but this is my experience, and it's coming like this.
Words just flow.
So many words coming like you open the water, like a God opened the shower, and getting out words, and I have to be ready with the pen and note for writing what they give me in that time, otherwise I miss. So many times coming like this, and this 50% the words of my old books coming from the sky. Yeah.
And you also intuitively know the message is finished.
Yes. Yes.
However, the books seem to be all about the same length, about how many pages? They're quite
This
nice.
one is 366.
366.
This is the Corona time.
Coronavirus time.
Corona time. My experience living in India almost 2 years in that time.
Yeah, you were stuck in India during the COVID pandemic.
Unfortunately, I was here.
So you had the time, and this is written in black, and it also has a very your handwriting is very elegant, very simple and very elegant.
It's Alf Siam. The letter is Alf Siam, and it's like a meditation. Created one
exactly.
page. It's, for me, is a meditation when I copying good right.
And for our listeners,
1 hour for one page almost.
1 hour for one page.
Almost.
And for those who will probably get the book or see or have a book in their hand, they can see also the page number is by hand.
Yeah, everything is by hand. Only the cover.
Only the cover. So everything is by hand, and it's a work of art. It's a work of art.
I remember when I started to write the first one, I was reading Shantaram. Shantaram is a big book, is like talking about the true story in was Mumbai before Mumbai. Gaston from Australia, he was living in the slum in Mumbai. And then this book is have a very little letter for night time, very difficult to reading. And I say, why every book is almost the same, very clear letter, uh, or gray or black. If you open without reading, you see all the book is the same. Before the reading, all the book is the same. It's like a newspaper. But it's coming this idea in my mind. So I am an independent writer. I print without editor, so I can do what I like. No, so I decide to write like this. And I remember my French teacher at school. After she reading, she gave me very big axe, and she she say, "Wow, this is the first book I can read without glass."
Without glasses.
It was funny.
Yes, and because they are handwritten, but they are written in capital letters.
Capital letter, yeah.
Yes.
You don't need to switch on all the lights in the room and you put your glass. You can read easy.
Yes, and also it's a very precise and very curated handwriting. Is really, and then
I'm here with you. I think to take a break this journey because
take a break from writing.
I was the feeling after finish the last journey, the bridge. I have a suggestion to have a close the circle.
The circle of writing.
Yes.
After this bridge.
Yes.
Meaning 10 books, that's it.
Yes.
Or an 11, another one to close the circle.
Actually, this is just my suggestion, not this definitely, because also first one I didn't decide to write, the second one I didn't decide to write, and also maybe the 11 is the same. Maybe it's coming, but the life have to give me in my hand something, otherwise I can't create it by fantasy.
Right. So if I in talking with you, I realize that you're not really doing this for being popular or for doing grandiose thing. You just very simply and humbly write, publish, people buy your books. What is the quality that you feel inside? Is it that it calls upon for you, like this sharing of others for others?
So I can talk about. I remember the first meeting when I published Living Without Socks, and in my village with so many people coming, I invited a musician too, and was a very nice night together. And then after, in that night, I sell almost 100 books in one night. Slowly, they have all my contact inside, my email, my telephone number, my Facebook account, and slowly I start to receive a message from the people. So many thank you, and very big emotion for me reading this kind of message, receiving for people I know and people I don't know, who is her, who is him, send me this message. So it was for me double satisfaction. First one was discover for me is the therapy for myself, for my body, mind, and spirit. And the second step, the second question was, oh, if I can do something for other one or only for one people, I'm happy. So every year, selling slowly every book. How many messages I have collected from all the part of the world. Also, without be famous, I'm not famous writer. My book not ever.
Yeah, it's a piece of art. It's a piece of art without barcode.
Yeah, don't can stay into the library. I sell myself.
Yes.
I sell myself.
So but somehow these books have a powerful message for people, not just because you receive those thank you messages, but it seems like there's something in those in your creativity, but also in in these words that you say are being flowing from somewhere for you. There's a message, and it's a message of
I think
simplicity.
To have sharing to the other, not only for one question, for many questions. For example, my family is poor. I'm not son of the from rich family, no. But 15 years ago, I got courage for to my regular job and start. So watching this man not this rich. This man travels 6 months in the every years in the world. He can stay long time in a journey. Um, so many rich people in the world they take a 2 weeks for holiday, you know. And then this kind of sharing to the other, I receive myself. I receive people can believe in yourself, believe in yourself, and everything is possible. In India, I discovered this word "Sab kuch milega" in Hindi. Everything is possible. Okay, have a limit. Sure, we are human, but if you believe, have a dream, if you can construct your dream, you can construct your way uh, with the help to the sky, with the help to the spirit.
Mm. So there also is there also is something else which, if I may remind you in that book, is a strong will. Whenever something happens in life that is big or dreadful, or show us that as human beings we are vulnerable, death can always knock at the door the next day. And when our world changes upside down for whatever reason it is, what we thought we could control, there's a way out of it. Will, as you say, I had the disease, I had the virus, my mother took her own life, my life went upside down, and I went and found a journey of healing.
I'm thinking I'm very blessing.
You're blessed.
My life is very blessed. I'm very lucky, and but we not have to focus. One day you can be lucky, and the day after you can miss everything,
Lose everything.
lose everything.
So don't things for
So
granted.
it's so important to recognize it, what we have in our hand, and don't forget to say thank you every day. On the eyes in the morning, and when we close the eyes in the night, and all the time in the day, when you want, when you like, you can just say thank you. Is a best prayer is thank you.
Thank you. It's a gratitude of the heart is the
Yeah.
best prayer. I also would like to mention and you to say something about the fact that you also help in families.
I follow one Italian master in Mahabalipuram, Tamil Nadu, the fisherman village in India. So actually, I met him in Italy, and then
What is his name?
Giorgio Cerquetti is a famous writer in Italy. Giorgio Cerquetti is a spiritual master, and we was in Rimini in Italy on the beach, and then after when he finished the meeting, I met him. Nice to meet you. Blah blah. And I say I go to India, and he say we go to India too. And where you go? I go in Tamil Nadu. We go in Tamil Nadu too. Which place? I go in Mahabalipuram. And he say we are there. So when I'm arrived in Mahabalipuram, I met Georgia was with the wife was already there, And I spent 3 years with him, 1 month every year in this village. And he teach me. He also he helped long time. He helped homeless in America. He helped in Africa, and he helped in India. He helped many people, poor people. And he teach me which way is good for helping.
Which way?
Which way is è il modo migliore di aiutare.
Which is the best way to help?
Yeah. Because maybe you thinking to give a good help for another one, but maybe you destroy his life. If you give one much money like this in one day, maybe you can destroy. This is not good helping. This is bad helping, no? So after watching 3 years, which kind of help, which kind of helping he do in the family and the orphanage.
How many children, if I may ask, how many children in this orphanage?
I don't know exactly number, but he construction the building from donation from Italy and construction the building for the girls. And one day on the beach, I met Parasuraman, a VJ. Parasuraman and VJ is a part of the Gypsy village. So you know very well, Gypsy in India is the last wheeler of the caste.
Yes.
Then very poor people, and they survive like just selling some necklaces, some bracelets. So they have kids. VJ have Anita, and Parasuraman have Surya. And when it's coming time for school, collect some money, and I pay one in the private school. Like years ago, it was like 100 euro for 1 year the first class. And the years after, I discovered Surya go school, but VJ take money and don't use for Anita at school. No, I discussed a little bit with VJ, and you promise to use the money for school.
So you were in India at that time.
Yeah, and then I cut to helping VJ because I trust him, and I continued to help in Surya. 5 class in private school, but then after the was too height, can't support her. And then I 5 classes start to go in the government school. And so they give me some help. So I'm arriving in the point to help in 3 family together, but the Parasurama family because I don't receive much money like before about the donation to the.
Do you think that there's a heaviness in that has come across in how people can give the economic situation of, I mean, a matter of fact, but particularly in the West, people have a difficulty to give. That's what do you experience that, or do you think
No.
it's a sort of people we can help? Why would I help you in particular?
Talking about my experience, the group of people helped me before it reduced, and I know the people stopped to help me because I know the situation he living and his economy problem.
Economic problem.
But if we want to help, I think we can find a way for helping. So, for example, I see every day in Italy people spending 20 years for alcohol every day when finish their job, no? Because sitting in the cafe, no? And so many people spending 15, 20, 30 euro, 15, 20, 30 euro every day. Then after say, I don't have the money. So maybe we can renounce. So today I don't go cinema. Today I don't go restaurant. Today I don't drink one beer. No, and you can save 5 euro if you want to put in one box, and then finally with this money you can use for yourself, or you can use also part for if you like to help somebody. Oh,
So
but actually we have a big problem also economy.
yes. So how it's quite an important point, I think. It's a big lesson of how much is too much. It's a lesson of generosity, helping one person. $1 can go a very long way, and sometimes it's not necessary either to give too much, or it's not necessarily to try to give to more people.
Yeah.
Have a small crowd of people to help. So somehow you're living in a very generous way, and was a very simple way.
I learn from Mahatma Gandhi ji about to helping, and I remember to read his word, and he say you can imagine if all helping only one people,
Yes.
where we can where we wow, it's unbelievable. How many rich people are in the world? How many people have maybe they don't know how much money have. It's, if everybody have in the possibility helping only one, just one people, oh wow.
Yeah, it makes a butterfly effect as well,
Yeah.
helping one person and installing generosity. So, Gennarino, is there anything you would like to add that you had about your books or your life or your La Toca messages or your Indian spiritual journey, something that comes to mind quite spontaneously now?
So actually I don't like much to talking about myself because also in India I learned from Lord Ganesha that means when people talking so much about himself, this is ego. And ego is very, very careful. We have to be careful. So I can asking,
These books contain what in Buddhism is called Dhamma, but Dhamma with a small d. There is Dhamma with a capital D, which refers to the Buddha's teachings per se. And there are many thousand, 84, 85,000 and more sutras about that. But then there is another word that applies to the event of life, and that is a compound of experiences, and that is Dhamma, the small d. So your books, where I was taking you, is your books are referring to in life with generosity, with the potential for healing. So here, I know you don't like to talk about yourself, but through your books, you're not talking about yourself. You're giving a bigger message, a message of healing, a message of and opening the heart.
yes, this is love.
This is
Love.
This is love. That's the word.
This is love.
That is the word. So spirituality is love, healing is love, generosity is love. Wopila
Wopila is
Mitakuye Oyasin is love. Any final words or any final tunes?
not.
Why not? Let's finish in music. And some words, some wisdom words.
This is talking about the direction: north, east, south, west, the mother, the sky, mother health, and the seven direction is your way in the world. Have one animal. So we are starting from west. West have Tatanka,
Tatanka,
bisonte.
bisonte,
North have a bear. West is black color, red color with the bear, yellow color with the wolf and the coyote. South is color is all the birds in the world. Mother is green color, have a turtle. Is a blue color, have eagles.
eagles.
Eagles. And the seven direction, the color independent the shaman. So my shaman is orange color. Is your place in the world.
And you have a name as well. You have a
Yes,
Lakota
I have a
name.
name. Ta wi hamle hota means with many dreams. Wambliwayo, chawakielo, Wambliwayo, chawakielo, Wiopeata, waziata, Wiope hampata, Itogadata, wakata, wakata, Ikawayo, chawakielo, namaguelo, Beata, wasiata, wiope hampata, itogadata, wakata, wakata, ikawayoyo, chawakiel, namakuelo. Oh, mitako, yes.
Wopila.
This is the book number 5. Molti Sogni means many dreams.
Can you please read this aloud?
The last, the become reality when you're right way.
In the right direction.
In the right direction, yeah.
Nice isn't that something that we hear talking a lot? Or let's say, beauty eyes of the beholder. You attract what you look for. Energy goes where attention goes, and things like that. It's that your dreams become reality when you are watching in the right direction.
I believe in that, and some dreams. So that's why.
Right.
I think it's possible.
Yes, it is possible. Well,
But you have to. One Italian, this Italian teacher I talked about before, Giorgio Cerquetti. I learned to him. Immagina e lascia che avvenga.
To vision and let it come.
Yeah.
Let it become real.
Yes. So
Giorgio Cerquetti is a popular teacher, popular master.
Yes.
Not many non-Italian maybe might not know him well. Prolific in he's lived in the US and he's lived in India and he's lived in Africa. He's done quite a bit.
Yes.
He's also very knowledgeable on Indian tradition.
Yeah, for me it was like a second father. He helped me a lot, and so much recompense and gratitude to Giorgio Cerquetti and Mariano Romano. Mariano Romano is the leader in the Lakota ceremony we do in Italy. I Sciumani tutta Lakota Kilo Wampi. Lupo Grigio canta per te is the sacred name of Mariano Romano. And for me, this kind of people help me. For me, like a teacher. and like a big brother or like a father. And
These messages that you have in the books, and as a matter of fact, this book about the dreams called Many Dreams
see,
is actually printed on blue paper,
yeah,
on
blue
light
paper
blue
is
paper.
because we watching the sky,
Right.
and the blue is color of the energy. I like to watch here in India because they have a lot of eagle flight in the sky, and so many times my head matching up. And
So your books are, this book and these books have a very nice message somehow. It's everyone. These edge, this intuition, this mindset of let it go of what is not necessary and focus on what is good for us, good for others is possible by everyone. We just need to let go of a number of things.
I believe it's possible, but sometimes the spirit or God, you can ask what you like. Then watching how much bigger is your intention. So sometimes they put a problem on the way because I want to see if you try to jump this kind of problem or you come back. So many people I listen so many times I remember, but not this easy. Ah, you create your one obstacle. So if you want, I don't think I want to go on the moon. Maybe this is not possible, but okay. But I think if you have a special dream in your heart, you can thinking every day, you can pray every day, you can imagine, you can painting also your dream, you can create it, and slowly, slowly can come.
Mm.
Just start to, the question is to believe in your dream.
And to
You
believe
believe
it's
in your dream
possible.
or not? And
Yes. So a journey of transformation. This is nice. Thank you.
thank you to you, Asoka.
And just a last note about your books. For those who may be willing to have a look at your books, they are not online.
No, they are not online.
So they can look at the description of the episode and write you an email. That's how it works, right?
Actually, I send my book by post,
Mm.
especially in Italy because it's in Italian language, no? And
Yes, the books are in Italian. Maybe the next step is to have some of them in English. Would you? Find
oh,
someone who can read and who can
I
write in English.
somebody tell me why don't print in English. So need the money, not only for printing, and I not have a power for translate in English, no. And it's also expensive job people translate. So just for play, I have one cousin in Australia, and in 2 years I get a pension. Maybe in my free time I can start to translate your book, no? Inshallah, so
It will
eccettuelo,
come in English as well.
eccettuelo.
Eccettuelo.
So
So,
people can find me on Facebook, Gennarino Deo, and if you want to receive my book, and
do you have a website?
mm,
Not yet, also. So
no,
on Facebook, you regularly post some of the pictures of your book
yes,
and people can find you.
yes.
All right.
All right.
Wopila.
Wopila.
Wopila. Thank you.
Aho, mitako, yes.